Hi, today we're making a brownie trifle. It's a fantastic dessert. It has brownie in it, it has chocolate custard pudding in it. In other words, it's a layer of brownies, it's a layer of chocolate custard pudding, a layer of whipped cream, then you redo the process all over again. On the very top, when you put whipped cream on, you put a little chocolate syrup on it. It's a fantastic dessert. The brownies are made from scratch. As you know, mostly everything we do make is from scratch. Sometimes, unfortunately, the egg all got in it. Sometimes, unfortunately, we have to use instant pudding, which is not made from scratch, but this is going to be so good in this. And I'm being honest. Okay, I have 2 eggs. Get rid of this. I'm going to add in to the egg mixture a cup of granulated sugar. Mix it together. Beautiful spring-like day. I got my windows open today. It's warm out today. Okay. Right now I want to add in 1 tablespoon of water. Okay. I'm adding in now, I always use Hershey's. That's my brand, Hershey's. You can see that. I love Hershey's. It's a fantastic brand. It makes the best chocolate and cocoa. I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of cocoa. Now while the brownies are baking, I'm going to make the chocolate custard pudding, put it in the refrigerator and let that show while the brownies are cooking. And I'm going to mix this together now. Okay. Sometimes it gets a little smoky with this chocolate. Wish there was a way we can avoid this, but sometimes you just can't. Try to get it off the sides if we can. Sometimes something left over. I hate to see anything go to waste. Okay. I'm now adding in a stick of butter, unsalted. Here we go. I'm going to mix this together. One time when I was making brownies, I forgot to add the butter in. Oh, it did not come out very good. We learn from our mistakes. Okay. I'm adding now a cup of flour, all-purpose flour. A little bit at a time. I don't want to add it in all at once. Okay, a little bit more flour. There we go. Put the rest in. It's hard to believe. It's actually springtime today. Look at all this flour. Oh. For some reason, when you make stuff from scratch, it's hard work, but you know something? The results are the best. A lot of times when I go to stuff at the church, when they have like, oh, they want you to bring in dessert or whatever, I always make my brownies, and people in the church just love it. Okay, now the next thing I want to add in is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. This is going to make the brownies rise, okay? Have to level it out. You always level it when you use baking powder or baking sugar. Now, I have to make sure this all mixes in here so it doesn't sneak up on the sides. Here we go. It goes on the sides, then we lose some of it. Always slowly stir this so we don't lose anything at all. If you lose anything at all, like baking powder, it will not rise that good. Here we go, to make sure everything is off the sides. Okay. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to put it into a greased pan. Yeah, brownie truffles A lot of restaurants have it. They're really good. Oh, often they're so big that my husband and I have to share one together. Isn't that something? All right, let's spread this out. We don't want to lose anything. There's a little butter there, so we can get rid of that. It'll cook in. It's not a problem. When you bake, you always have to make sure you use unsalted butter. There we go. Let's get rid of this little guy. Okay. That should always be unsalted. Okay. See if there's a little bit left. Yeah, I hate to see anything go to waste because food is so expensive nowadays. Okay, this is going to rise. I'm putting it in the oven, and while this is baking, we're going to go to the next step. Now, the next thing is we're going to make the chocolate custard pudding. Unfortunately, I have to admit to you, this is not made from scratch. I wish it was, but it would be just too time-consuming today to do this. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to put it in here, I'm going to whisk it up for about 5 minutes or so, even less, and then we're going to put it and let this cool. This is going to be fantastic with the brownies. That's the brownies are baking. Now this has got to chill for at least a half an hour. And just whisk that really good. This is going to be a fantastic pudding that's going to go into the brownies. It's going to be a layer. A little bit more, and then what's going to happen is this is going to thicken. If I made it from scratch, the pudding, it would probably take me hours to do this, and I don't know we have enough battery power on my camera to be able to, you know. Okay, it should be more than... All right, it's very watery right now, not to worry. This is going to chill in the refrigerator. A little bit more. All right, it's going to go in the refrigerator. We're going to chill it. I'm going to put a towel over for now because I ran out of aluminum foil, people. I'm sorry. I'm going to put this over this, and we're going to chill it for about maybe 45 minutes. We'll be back then, okay? And here we have brownie trifle. You could use a custard cup. You can use a regular dish. I wanted to use an ice cream thing, but I discovered it was too small to put the brownies in. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to use this bowl. You could do it this way too. The restaurants serve it this way too. So what I want to do is, I want to put some chocolate chip on the bottom of it. There we go. The next layer is going to be brownies. Oh, it's going to be so good. Okay. Okay, all size brownies, doesn't matter. Okay, now what I want to do now, the next step is I want to put the chocolate pudding on top of the brownies. Okay. Okay, next thing is I'm going to spray, watch it, camera lady, whipped cream on top of the layer of chocolate custard. But then the next thing we're going to do is, they have to be small. We're going to put this on top of the whipped cream. Okay, it's falling apart. Next up is the chocolate custard. It sort of reminds me of a chocolate meltdown. Okay, see the layer, the custard? Now we're going into the final layer of chocolate pudding. I mean, brownies. It's like a meltdown. It gets its name for a reason. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to spray the cream on top of the brownies. A little bit. There we go. And now on top of this, and here we have a brownie trifle, or the second name we can call it is a meltdown. Sometimes you can call it a chocolate meltdown. And it's from Deborah Wade's Home Country. Oh, we have a visitor. Misty, she came back on the show. We had to sign another contract with Misty, or she wasn't going to come back on the show. So we did another contract. And here we have a brownie trifle. Now, often, you can put like chocolate pearls on the top, and you could serve it in a big ice cream dish. From Deborah Wade's Home Country Kitchen, have a great day, and please subscribe.